Hey, hi, hello, and all that good stuff. My name is Allie. I am the Chaotic Reader, and this is where I talk about book things. Wow, it's been a while since I've said that. But here we are in my new house. I don't have an actual filming area yet, so we're just kind of like in front of my bookshelves, in front of my wall, in my office. We're working with the lighting we got because it's like the middle of the night, and I got my ring light which glares off, my damn glasses. I know people have like tried to tell me tricks to fix it, and I haven't figured that out yet. There's no natural light right now because it's nighttime, and it's just the lighting situation is not ideal, but we're gonna roll with it. I'm just glad to be back to filming. Okay, this video is sure to be a disaster. Here we are. I don't even have like a plan for this. I just had a moment finally to sit down and attempt to film something. God, I don't know what I'm doing, you know? I don't. Here we are. This is a TBR video. I'm back to booktube. Ooh, the lip gloss even tastes weird. Ugh, I got it on my tongue. Oh no, my tongue stings. Oh, okay. That lip gloss is definitely going in the garbage. I didn't realize that it was plumping lip gloss when I bought it, and I regret everything. It's horrible. I kind of like want to wipe it off, but then I'm afraid I'll like smudge it all over my face, so I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna work through it, I guess. You can probably hear children in the background. They're in the other room or whatever there, and they're watching TV. I'm hoping there's not too much background noise, but you know, oh God, what am I doing? TBR video, yes, okay, here we are, November TBR. I'm participating in Believathon and Indigathon, and maybe kind of low-key clear your shit readathon, but I'm just like shoving books in prompts. I don't have a planned anything for that. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to maybe kind of follow along with it. But yeah, I'm just reading whatever I want for the rest of the year. My book club is basically just postponed until the beginning of next year. I've kind of pulled away from a lot of other things that I was a part of just for the time being, because I just want to get back into this, just back into filming, back into reading. I want to put some of my focus into gaming stuff too, because I've been just neglecting the fact that I really wanted to be able to do more streaming, maybe do some gaming videos on my gaming channel, and I haven't filmed anything in months, but I just kind of want to focus everything down to the things I really want to get to doing, things I want to focus. I want to focus on what I want to focus on. I don't know how to words, but you get, you know, just narrowing my focuses to the things that I want to accomplish within the last couple months of the year. And then my big month-long readathon is in January, which I have been doing so much planning for, so many things. I'm so excited. All my co-hosts are ready to go, and it's just, but anyway, you know, I'm just gonna stop blabbering about things nobody cares about, and let's just get into the TBR. So I'm gonna start with my Indigathon TBR, which isn't actually complete. I have a couple books I know for sure I'm going to be reading, and then I'm kind of haven't decided on some of the other prompts. The group book is Apple in the Middle by Dawn Quigley, I believe is the name. I don't have a copy yet. I'll pop a picture of the cover up right here. I'll pop a picture of the cover up right here. And I don't have a copy yet. I am waiting to see if maybe I can get like an ebook copy for cheap or something, because I would like to read it. It looks good, and it's just recommended by the hosts, and I would like to get to it. I don't know much about what it's about, but that is the group book for Indigathon. The first book that I actually have here is The Healer of the Water Monster by Brian Young. This is about a boy who goes to the Navajo reservation to stay with, I think, his grandfather and his uncle, and then ends up having to save a water monster or something. I'm not entirely sure. I don't usually know a ton going into books before I read them. I've had this one for a while. I'm really excited to get to it. I've been meaning to get to it for a while, but I've been in such a reading slump for just months now, which I feel like I'm finally maybe coming out of a little bit. I'm actually wanting to read and reading. So this is definitely a priority to get to. This is for Indigathon as well. And the other Indigathon book I have on hand is The Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Apologies if I did not. This one I got as a book of the month book a while back when I was subscribed to them, and I've heard really good things. I know it's kind of, I think, a mystery, maybe a fantasy. I actually don't know much about this at all. I just know the cover is gorgeous. I've heard really good things. I knew it was by a native author, and I wanted to read it. So I have it, and I'm going to read it. This also fits the prompt of land acknowledgement. I live on Ojibwe land, and this is by an Ojibwe author. I know that there's other terms used, but that is the one that I am personally most familiar with, the one that is used in this area most frequently. So I'm really excited to read something by someone who is of the land that I am currently living on. On my Kindle, I also have The Only Good Indians. Yes, that's what it's called. The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. I've never read a Stephen Graham Jones book before, and I got this one on an ebook deal a while ago, and I feel like this is just a good excuse to finally get to it. I also have Hearts Unbroken on my Kindle that I might get to as well, which is about a girl who I think her boyfriend breaks up with her because of something to do with the fact that she is native, and then she has to kind of struggle with that and learn how to possibly be in a relationship while being native. So I'm really interested in getting to that one, although I've heard mixed things about that one in general. I still think it could be enjoyable, and I haven't. I also kind of want to look for some kids native books. I would really like to have some in my children's collection. I don't currently, so I'm thinking of maybe checking local bookshops for that before I go online for those kinds of things. I know there is a native-owned bookstore in Minneapolis, and although I never really get to Minneapolis, I might check out their website and see what they have, so that, because I just would like to have a variety of books in my children's collection, and there are also quite a few I've seen that really interested me, and the art is really beautiful, so I'm hoping to pick something up. I know I didn't list the prompts or anything. I kind of looked into the prompts when I was making my TBR, but really I knew what books I wanted to read already because I'd been in such a slump for so long, and I was like, I have these books by native authors on my shelves and I really want to prioritize getting to them. Obviously Indigathon is the perfect time to do that. You should be reading native lit all year round. Just read diversely in general. If you're gonna read a lot, it just makes sense, you know, like you're here to read all sorts of experiences. It's what makes reading enjoyable, to be honest. So, you know, anyway, I told you this video was gonna be a mess. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. But let's get into my Believathon TBR. I say that with air quotes because I didn't set a TBR. I just looked at the prompt cards and I looked at the middle grades I owned, and I shoved the prompt cards that fit the different middle grades into the books. And I'm just gonna grab books I wanna read off the shelves, and I'll complete whatever prompts I end up completing. This is how I'm doing this month. We're just flying by the seat of our pants. You know, we're just going, we're just doing. And so I'm just gonna quick show you basically my entire physical owned middle grade collection. You know, let's just, Sorcery for Beginners by Euphemia Whitmore and Matt Harry. I don't know really anything about this. I'm pretty sure I won this in a giveaway. It's about, I assume, sorcery. It has some illustrations in it. It looks interesting. I think it's kind of written in a way that it's almost written like a sorcery manual, and it seems like it could be kind of fun. I'm not really sure about it. This one is not a priority to get to, but it does intrigue me, and this one fits the prompt of read an adventure. So there's that. We have Starry River of the Sky by Grace Lynn. I actually wanted to get Where the Mountain Meets the Moon. I've been meaning to get that book for a while. I think at some point Gavin had recommended that one to me when I asked for a recommendation about something. I don't know. At some point Gavin mentioned that one to me and I wanted to get it, but I never did. And I have this one by the same author that I found at a local thrift store, and so I might end up reading this one first. I am really interested in this one. This one fits the prompt of read a book released before 2021. I don't know much about it. It intrigues me, and I really like the chapter headers. They're really pretty chapter headers in this one. I don't know. It looks good. Continuing on with this disaster of a video, we have The Magic Misfits by Neil Patrick Harris. This fits the prompt of read a book with a 2-word title. Okay, I cheated. It's The Magic Misfits. I'm not counting the. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody cares. I'm really hesitant to read this because I love Neil Patrick Harris. Honestly, who doesn't? But I just don't know if this is gonna be any good, and I'm a little scared to read it. It's been sitting on my shelves for quite a while now. I haven't really heard anyone talk about if they've read it. If you've read it, please tell me, is this any good? Because I'm really hesitant to read it. I want it to be good, but I'm concerned it's not going to be. Got A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, a book I've meant to read a million times and have not. This fits the prompt of read a book that was adapted. So I might read this and watch the movie, because I've never seen the movie either. We have The Secret of Nightingale Wood, which I bought on a whim from, I think, a used bookstore a long time ago. This fits the prompt of, oh, I don't have a prompt card in here. I don't remember. It must have fallen out. I think it's beautiful cover, because this was definitely a cover buy. Something about this just really... Sorry, it's kind of glaring the light off of it, but something about this one just really intrigues me. I don't really know what it's about. I just bought it because, I don't know, something drew me to this book, and so I just had to grab it. And I'm hoping to get to it this month just because it's been sitting on my shelves for so long. And I wanna know if I had good reason to be drawn to this or if it was just a bad decision. We have Arusha and the End of Time by Roshani Chokshi. This has been on my shelves for a while as well. I've never read any of the other Rick Riordan Presents books. I don't know. I think this could be really good. I am really intrigued by it. I know that there's more in this series by Roshani Chokshi, and I also want to read some of her other, I think, young adult books. I don't know if she has any adult books, but I know she has some young adult books. There's The Gilded Wolves, which I'm really interested in reading. I've heard really mixed things, but I still want to give that one a try myself eventually, but I think I want to read her middle grade first. We have The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill, another one that I should have read a million times over. I can't tell you how many times I think this has been on my TBR, and I just keep not getting to it. Why? Who knows? I'm sure I'm going to love this. This is like a 5-star prediction for me. I guarantee I'm going to love this. So this one is definitely a priority to get to this month because I'm going to love this. It is about a witch who lives in the woods next to this village, and each year the village sacrifices a infant to her. She doesn't know why they do this. She's like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Why are you giving me babies? I don't want to kill babies. I'm not that kind of witch. She takes the babies and gives them to another nearby village where they are adopted and raised. But one time she accidentally feeds the baby moonlight, and then it gets magic powers and she has to take care of it. And that's all I know, but that sounds, I mean, it sounds amazing. It kind of sounds Ghibli-esque. It just sounds magical, lyrical, good time, like... How would I not love this? I just need to read it. Wow, this is really the trend of books that I just needed to get to a long time ago, because now we have Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. Another one that's been on my TBR multiple times and I haven't got to. I think I need to be in the mood for middle grades, and I think when I was putting all of these middle grades on my TBRs was when I was wanting to read other things. But I am feeling middle grades this month. I've already almost finished one actually, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the middle grade vibes, getting out of the reading slump. Middle grades are really helping with that. So I'm like, this is perfect. It's perfect time to finally read this. This is another one that I feel like there's no way I won't enjoy it. I don't think I've heard anyone say they don't like this book, so if I hate it, then I might just be a terrible cynic, which could be possible. So because of moving and life and reading slump and everything, I am so behind on the Skullduggery read-along that I was supposed to be a co-host for, and an entire big freaking chunky book behind. So I need to read The Dying of the Light. This I have to read. This is a middle grade that I absolutely need to read in November. I should read the next one as well, but I currently don't have a copy and also don't know if I can read 2 of them in 1 month or not, especially since this one is just such a chonkster. I don't know. We'll see. I would like to attempt and get back on track with the freaking read along, but I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. This wig is not on my head very well, if you can't tell. I lost like all my wig caps when I moved, so this is just kind of like sitting on my hair right now, and it's not staying as well as one would hope. My bad. We have Pet by Akwaeke Emezi. This, I believe, was gifted to me. Yes, this was gifted to me by Molly. She gifted me a bunch of middle grades a while ago, and I think I read a couple of them, but there are still ones that I need to get to. This being one of them. I'm really excited to get to this. It sounds like it's about monsters, but like, are the monsters real or are they not? I don't know. I need to read the book and find out. This book is also very, very short, so I have no excuse to not just get to this one if we're Believathon. I have A Dash of Dragon by Heidi Lang and Katie Bartowski. I'm not sure about this because I'm like, do they cook the like, are they cooking mythical creatures? Is that what happened? Like, I got this because it was super, super cheap and it just looked like it could be cute. But like, now that I'm thinking about it, are they cooking mythical creatures? Because if they're cooking mythical creatures, I don't think I'm going to enjoy that terribly. Like, I don't need culinary dragon meals in my middle grade life. I don't know, but I have had this sitting around forever, so I should eventually give it a shot so I can either enjoy it or DNF it and get rid of it. I have Alessia in Atlantis, The Forbidden Vial by Nathalie Lane. This is another one that was gifted to me by Molly, and it looks really good. I need more books that feature like water in some way, or are underwater or sea-based, and this is definitely that, like, mermaids. Who doesn't want to read about mermaids? So I'm excited to give this one a try. Hopefully I can get to this one this month as well. I don't have the dust jacket for this one right now because I think it is still in a box or something. I don't know. But Eva Evergreen and the Cursed Witch, which is the sequel to Eva Evergreen Semi-Magical Witch, which is probably my favorite middle grade I've read so far this year. It was so good. Kiki Delivery Service vibes, just an amazing time. I loved every second of reading it, and I'm really excited to read the sequel finally, which I actually pre-ordered and then never got to. Another sequel that I have yet to get to is A Vanishing of Griffins by S.A. Patrick. I think I've been putting this off because the 3rd book is not out yet, and I have no idea when it's going to come out. But this is a sequel to A Darkness of Dragons, which I really, really enjoyed. And I'm excited to get to this, but again, considering that I have no idea when the 3rd one is going to come out, it just makes me a little hesitant because I'm gonna read this and then I'm just gonna want more, and then will I even ever get more? I don't know. So we'll see. I have A Sprinkle of Sorcery by Michelle Harrison, which is a sequel to A Pinch of Magic. I do think I read like half of this, I think maybe last Believathon, and then just ended up putting it down. So I just want to start over and I want to read the whole thing because A Pinch of Magic was so good. I love the writing. I want to read Michelle Harrison's other books. Also, absolutely stunning. UK middle grade covers are just superior. Hands down. American middle grade covers are lame. They suck. I don't like them. The UK definitely wins the cover battle when it comes to middle grades, hands down, all the way. This is definitely an example of that. I just have a few other random books that I'm thinking I might read this month. There's also some middle grades that I have on my Kindle, but I haven't been reading my Kindle all that much lately. So I didn't put anything from my Kindle like directly on my TBR really, just because I'm not doing much reading on that. I'm really feeling my physical books right now. I mean, I just unpacked them all after we moved, and I want to read my physical books at the moment. I'm rereading A Court of Thorns and Roses. Look, okay, another one that is technically a reread, but I've kind of forgotten everything this book is about, is There Will Come a Darkness by Katie Rose Poole. I remember loving this book when it first came out, and I read it, but I don't remember anything about it at this point. I don't know if I just like read it during a time where I was not focusing on things or what, but I need to reread this because I own the sequel and I want to read the sequel, and I just want to see if I still love this as much, because I just feel like I remember loving it so freaking much and being like, I need to get the sequel right away, and then I just like don't remember anything about it. And yeah, my kids are yelling in the other room, they're jumping around and playing. It happens. This one is technically for Believathon, but I did realize it is not a middle grade, it is a YA, but I'm still using it for this prompt, and that is The Last Universe by William Sleater. I remember reading this when I was probably in about the 6th grade in middle school, and I thought it was a middle grade. It's not. It's a YA. It's about a girl whose brother has multiple sclerosis, and she kind of resents that she has to be this caretaker to him, and she constantly has to take him out into this creepy garden. And it's like a sci-fi. It describes itself as a gothic sci-fi, and I feel like that's probably an accurate representation of it. I don't remember a ton about it because I read it so long ago, and like I remember, I just dropped a book on the floor, it's fine. Like, I remember being in the 6th grade. I don't remember anything from the 6th grade, okay? Like, you could tell me that I was just like born an adult and I would probably believe you because I don't remember anything, but I do remember liking this book a lot, and I have it, and I'm gonna read it for the Read a Childhood Favorite prompt and see if it's still good. So this is kind of random. This is Nora's Saga Season 1, Episode 1, it calls itself. I don't really know what this is. Like, it was $5 and I found it at Walmart. It's a comic. I don't know anything about it. I just saw that they had some like random issue comics sitting on the bookshelf at Walmart, and since it was $5, I was like, okay, this one looks interesting. I'm gonna read this month because it's a comic, it's quick, and maybe it'll be good, I don't know. And the last thing I'm hoping to read this month is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. This book is heavy. I don't know, is it that big? How big is this? I guess it's like 500 pages. So yeah, it's pretty big. I really, really loved The Night Circus. I know that it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's very slow. Not a lot happens. It's really just about the journey and the atmosphere. And I think this is probably going to be I'm good. I think this is probably going to be similar, and I'm just really excited to read it. I've had it for a little while now, and I keep putting it off because I think you definitely need to be in the mood for the kind of writing that Erin Morgenstern does. But I think now might be the time. I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling the slow vibes. I think this will be good to kind of break up a lot of the middle grades I'm reading this month. And I'm excited. I'm excited to get to this. And I hope that it's good. I did forget about one book for Believathon, The Hat Makers by Tamsin Merchant. It is upstairs in my bedroom because I'm just about done with it, and I've been reading it before I go to bed. It is so good. It's gonna be 5 stars. Like, hands down, already can tell you it's gonna be 5 stars. My copy is gorgeous. I'm sorry I don't have it here to show to you. It's so good. It's just, it's so fun. It's so magical. It just makes you feel good. Although it does deal a lot with grief and denial and things like that. So there are definitely some more difficult topics kind of just within and throughout, and it's lovely though. It's so lovely. I need the sequel when it comes out in February, and these are definitely going to be ones that are like prominently displayed on my shelves. It's so good. Okay, anyway, that's all I got for you. Again, I'm sorry that this was a disaster. Just go check out Indigathon, go check out Believathon, read Indigenous Lit, read middle grades if you like middle grades. I don't know. Just read diversely. Just do that. Okay. This video was something. I'm back. Whether that's good or not, I'll let you decide. Anyway. anyway, it was very nice to be filming again. I'm very excited to get back to this. I'm hoping to post at least 1 video a week. I can't promise you any more than that right now because I don't know what life's gonna do at this point. Like, okay, I do have a vlog that I'm currently working on. There are 5 books in that. I'm very excited. I'm not gonna tell you any more than that, but that will be coming hopefully sometime in November and possibly sometime in December, depending how I can speak words, I promise. Depending on how long it takes me to read the books. That was a really, I don't know why that sentence was so hard to get out of my mouth. That's not a difficult sentence. I just can't talk. Maybe it's the fact that my lips still feel really weird. And at this point, I'm pretty sure they're like partially numb. And so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna wash my lips. I'm gonna gargle some water. And yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.